The boy just glanced back casually, and it immediately stunned Toji, the tyrant, right where he stood. From the moment Toji was born until now, Satoru Gojo was the only person who could detect his presence behind him. So upon learning that Gojo was protecting Riko, Toji began his plan. Step 1. Drain Gojo's energy. He posted a 30 million yen bounty on Riko's head. While the bounty hunters couldn't harm Gojo, they could effectively wear him down. Step 2. Wait until Gojo was exhausted. During the mission to protect the star plasma vessel, Gojo would definitely not dare to lift his technique. Then, the moment Gojo released his technique, Toji would strike. Sure enough, over the 3 days guarding Riko, Gojo never once lifted his technique. Even his friend Suguru Geto grew concerned. When Gojo brought Riko back to Jujitsu High, everything seemed to go smoothly. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief here. But the moment Gojo deactivated his technique, a long blade instantly pierced through his body. The attacker was none other than Toji, who had been plotting for a long time. Seeing this, Suguru Geto immediately counterattacked, summoning cursed spirits that swallowed Toji whole. Then he rushed to check on his friend's injury. But to his surprise, Gojo, who had just been impaled, stood up as if nothing happened. Though he hadn't had time to activate his technique for defense, he still relied on his sharp reflexes to avoid vital organs at the last moment, and even had enough strength left to reinforce all parts of his body. So, a minor injury like this meant nothing to Gojo. The most important thing now was to escort Riko to Master Tengen. But the next moment, Suguru Geto's cursed spirits were sliced apart by Toji. With such terrifying strength, it was clear this man was no ordinary foe. Gojo struck first, but with just a simple exchange, Toji easily dodged the attack. Gojo immediately sensed Toji's fearsome nature. This guy had extreme speed, yet not a trace of cursed energy could be felt on him. In other words, he was a heavenly restricted individual with an innate physical body, born with zero cursed energy, but possessing a physique even special grade sorcerers could hardly match. Toji then moved like an arrow released from a bow, so fast that even Gojo's 6 eyes could only catch his afterimage. In such a tricky situation, Gojo remained mentally focused. The moment Toji charged at him, Gojo fired a blast, sending Toji flying. But what Gojo didn't expect was that this was all part of Toji's plan. After being blasted an unknown distance away, Toji landed inside a building. When Gojo arrived there, he couldn't find his target. It turned out Toji's plan relied on these buildings, using them to confuse Gojo's senses. Toji, with zero cursed energy, was already hard to track. Now Gojo couldn't sense his presence at all. He could only rely on instinct, though he tried to detect the cursed spirit on Toji's shoulder. For some reason, he couldn't sense it. Being this passive wasn't Gojo's style. To avoid being ambushed by Toji, he used his maximum output lapse technique, blue, intending to flatten the surrounding buildings. The next moment, the effect was remarkable. Though he didn't hit Toji, he could now clearly see any incoming attacks. But just then, a massive shadow suddenly loomed behind Gojo. Before Gojo could react, the shadow expanded infinitely before his eyes, sweeping over low-grade cursed spirits like a swarm of locusts, and trapping Gojo in the center. Yet the moment he raised his hand, Toji eerily appeared behind him. Seizing Gojo's moment of distraction, Toji swung the special grade cursed tool in his hand, one capable of nullifying techniques, and thrust it toward Gojo's throat.